Good Monday afternoon, wherever you are. Maybe it's morning, evening, but it's afternoon here. Hello, JD. How are you? I think you'll probably be the only one in for a while. Very impromptu live. I think I'm live. I think so. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I think I am live actually. Yeah, I see 3 people watching. Woohoo! Yep, that's me now. I'm definitely live. Sorry, folks. Haven't been live for a wee while, a couple of weeks anyway. Hope yous are all keeping well. Hold on till I change it to that. And you're off work today, JD? So am I, my dear, so am I. I'll just wait a few minutes to see if any more people come in. Come on in, don't be scared. I only set it about 5 minutes ago. So hopefully you'll get your notification. Maybe not. But I'm here anyway. I wanted to drop in and say hello, see how yous are all doing. I know it's a funny time of the day to go live as well, but it works for me. If I plan to go live, I just don't get round to doing it. And I keep putting it off and say, I'll go live tomorrow night or I'll go live another day, and I end up not going live. Because I don't know about yous. When you look around this place, hello, Pristine. How are you? Thank you, my dear, for coming in. When you look around this place and you think, it's just the same old shit on repeat. Pisk, how are you? Glad you're here. Glad you're all here. It was a bit impromptu, but I thought, as I said, look, if I just don't do it this way, I end up not doing anything, right? And I wanted to come live to see what the crack is. There's been a bit of crack over the weekend. I hear Brittany Jade is pregnant. Did you know that, JD? She's 6 months pregnant and she's due in May. So I hope all goes well for her and that she has a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. But I will say this. My daughters and daughter-in-law, when they had their babies, not that long ago, right? That is a full-time job. And YouTube probably will have to go out the window because that baby is attached to you. We all know how it works. And then when they start getting a wee bit more independent, it's hard work. Oh, it's already begun, Pristine. I did dip in last night just to have a quick listen. A baby registry is going to be started. But are we surprised? No, of course not. And then there'll be a baby shower. There'll be babies this, babies that. Dada better go and get himself a job. Because, well, somebody's going to have to bring in the money. Hello, the wandering sub, helmet in hand. You just can't. You just can't. I'll tell you a story. She's what, 40? And it's great if that's what you want. Fantastic. We had a scare. Hello, moi. It has been a long time, girl. We had a scare when I was 40. Hello, Carlandy. And we were that scared. Seamus went and got the snip, and I went and got the coil. Oh, yeah. After 4, and we had hit the 40 mark, there was no way I was going to do that again. Absolutely not. Now, don't get me wrong. If I had been pregnant, that baby would have been adored, loved, adored. But I wasn't, and I was relieved. Seamus was relieved. He was not relieved. He went off his own back. He said, I can't do this again. And after 20 years of rearing wains, no, we didn't want to do it again. And yeah, that put the top hat on that. Hello, Lavina, how are you? Pesky? I wouldn't have the energy, Pesky. Pesky, would you be okay if I give you a wrench? I trust you 100%. I just don't give them out willy-nilly on here, right? If you don't want a wrench, I totally understand. Moi, it's so good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long, long time. That's why I like to touch base every now and again, because otherwise you just end up not catching anyone. And I don't follow a lot. I dip in and out. I ain't got time in my life to be listening to lives for 4, 5, 6 hours. Hell no. Yep, I'll give Pesky a wrench because I know, Christine, you're in and out. Your good day's work. How can I do this? There we go. Well, she's getting it whether she likes it or not. So there you go, Pesky. Doing brilliant. June this year, I actually retire, and I'm delighted. I thought I was going to do that, Pristine. I thought I was going to end up bloody blocking her. No, I've got 4 grandchildren, and I'm sure I'll have plenty more. There she is. There's Bisque, throwing her wrench about. Oh, it's not wrenches anymore. It's badge. But it's turned out, no, Pristine, it's turned out that I said I would take one of the grandchildren that live near me, I would take them a day, and it would save them on childcare for a day. And then, obviously, the other daughters were like, well, what about us? But they live an hour and a half. So I'm going to have to do it with them as well. Give them a day, because there's no way I can be seen to be favouring anyone. It would be a row. So I'm thinking probably I'll do it on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. Something like that there. Because, you know what I mean? You want to try to help them out, but I'm not doing it full time. I'm absolutely not doing it full time. No. I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it full time. But I'll definitely help out. Person, you can't, when you've more than one, you can't. You have to, because they'll end up thinking, well, you know what they're like, they'll end up fighting, thinking that somebody's getting more. Oh, hello, Noodle. Oh, it's been a rough night going to listen. It's like, oh, yeah, get back to sleep, Noodle. Hello, Maggie May. How are you? Hope all's all right. Yeah, it's been a bit quiet around here. I hear that Mrs. P has been released, so hopefully she'll stay off here. Hopefully. Let's pray that she does stay off here, because that's not going to do any good for her to come back on here. Absolutely not. And if she is talking to anyone off YouTube, I hope they give her the advice to stay off here and to stop the back and forth, because none of this is going to end well for Mrs. P. It's grand, people supporting her and all that there, that's great, but nothing's going to change. And I just don't want to see the wee woman been through into the prison system. I just don't. Hello there. You're getting a coil fitted and you can't get it out of your nose. Oh, Mr. Shannonite, don't. No, it's not helping anything, Pristine. It's crazy. Now, you can't stop people having opinions. People are entitled to their opinion on what's happening, right? And you can't, on here, on the internet, I am a great believer, you will not change people's opinion on the internet. And nor should you try. Let them think what they want, because they're going to think that anyway. If I had to correct the lies told about me over the years, I wouldn't be off here. But you know what? I really don't care. The lies it's told on Pristine, Pesky, everybody in this chat, I'm sure, has been lied about. But we know how it works on here. People thrive in this. It's trolling. They love it. But I am a great believer that people do have a right to voice their opinion. Maybe it's not the same as your opinion, but that's all right. It's actually all right. Who cares? Nobody cares. Because anybody that knows you and knows you well, they don't care either. They don't believe it. I don't even read it. But people on here thrive in that shit. They really, really do. But as long as no one gets into any trouble over this, and it doesn't really matter whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it or you like it or you don't like it, it is what it is and it stays. And it isn't going to be overruled or threw out. This is what it is. So there's no point filling Mrs. P's head with shite, because that's what it is, shite. The best thing that can happen, that she stays off here and she isn't brought on here and used for other people's agenda, because she is vulnerable, and that's not right. Because you know what, we all know what happened, how it all went down. That's it. That's enough. That's my opinion, whether you like it or not. But I'm also saying other people have a right to their opinions as well. And I wouldn't even try to change them. I just wouldn't. Well, Pesky, I ain't got no screenshots. All my phone now, and I'm glad to say, is my grandchildren. And I'm just happy the way that is. I'm not interested. Something that was said about me back in 2018 or 2019, who cares? But I do think you get a hard shell on here. And you have to have a hard shell on here. Otherwise, you shouldn't be here. Oh, hello, Big Bertha. How are you? Well, Caroline, I hope she needs to stay off here and be safe. Whether we like her or don't like her, she needs to stay off here and be safe. Because it isn't going to end well. I've always said that. She should never have been allowed up in panels with people. I don't give a shit what anyone says. If you genuinely care about somebody, you don't want to see them get into trouble. But that's not what happened on here. But are we surprised, really? No, we're not. Right up in the camera, tongue and all. Oh, yes. But that tells you only have to see your behaviour on here to know that this is not the right place. I've seen people with a logical mind lose their shit. What? I believe so. I believe it was the same thing. Yeah. Because that's a lifetime order. But this seems to happen. If you break it, this is what the result is. And she's going to end up having to go to court. And I don't know how she's going to end up if she is imprisoned, this is just going to be, no social media, no. If you can't control your emotions, yeah. See, she can't do that. She can't do that. You know, I know that she's different cognitive than us. But I still don't want to see her getting into any more trouble. I really, really don't. But it's not going to end well, peeps. I think we know this. And then there's always the same one stirring the old shite. When you know that she can't control her emotions, why get her wound up? Why? It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Personally, I wouldn't be responding to any of them. This does not need to be going on over and over and over and over and over again. It's done. I mean, I'll tell you a wee thing. I think maybe I've mentioned it before. Many years ago, my sister, unfortunately, had a stalker. That was one scary, scary time. When I say, when your stomach just feels like a ball of ice and you feel it dropping with fear, that is what we lived with for over a year. Caroline, it was horrendous. It was horrendous. He would not take no. He would not stop. He broke into my mother's home, looking for her. By the grace of God, she was away. My mother was away that weekend. When she came back, she knew somebody had been in the house, and he had been in every single room. And the room that he knew my sister sometimes would have slept in, she noticed the indent of somebody sitting at the edge of the bed. And he must have had time even to have a cigarette because there was ash on the carpet. My sister was a shaken, blubbering wreck. She actually did feel, hey Jill, that she was going to be taken out. And I knew at the time, this is when at the first start, when we first got married, we lived in a house and it had like an enclosed, whitewashed yard. And then you opened that gate and you went out into the garden. And I never forget, one morning, got up and it had big patio doors. And it had blinds and curtains, all that good stuff. Opened them up and I was sitting having my coffee, as you do. And I thought, what's that on the walls? What is that on the walls? And it looked like scuff marks. And I remember feeling fear. That was the first time I've ever felt real fucking fear. And I went out and I looked. And it was. He had obviously come over the wall, slid down, and that's where the foot scuff marks were. I don't know how long he was outside my patio doors. But my sister would have come up and stayed because we didn't want her to stay on her own. We were so scared for her that we didn't want her on her own, in her own house. And I don't know how long he stood, maybe looking. Oh, Caroline, yeah, he did. It was not easy. That was another nightmare. The police were everything. It was just a nightmare, is all I'm going to say. If he had got her alone, he definitely would have done something. The calls, everything, it was just a whole nightmare. She's still not right about that. There's so much more that happened within that year. I can't even begin to even say. I mean, it was terrifying. And this was a man that you would never have thought. You'd have thought he was just a nice man, good job, the whole works. There's some people that you just can't say no to. And he was one of them. And I don't think he ever would have stopped. He actually was caught outside my mother's house. This is the last thing. He broke her window. He broke her window. The police came and there was a scuffle. He fought with the police and everything. Jesus, a nightmare. And, you know, she used to think, well, what have I done? What have I done to deserve this? Nothing. This happens to so many people. JD, it was awful. They don't stalk. But it's fear when you know it's a big 6'4" man, right? Let's be real here. You know that he could take you out. Absolutely no problem. When they just won't stop, they'll break into your home, they'll do anything to get you. And it is scary. And to this day, I think, I don't know what I would do if I met him on the street or met him on the road. I just don't know. And back at that time, there wasn't the same thing about stalking. There is always a way. Well, I think a man, no, I have to say, maybe I'm wrong. I do think a man like him, well, he scared me. Hello, Maverick, 1982. There you go, your evil monsters. Hello, Delaney. Evil monsters? Never. They are getting better. So that's the only experience I've ever had of stalking, and it was horrendous. And I don't think my sister ever will get over that. Now, I will say, she never spoke his name. Never. And that whole year, she never spoke about him. And she never spoke about him since. And that's many, many years ago. His name is never uttered. Because the fear of even thinking of saying that man's name. No. And I won't say his name here. Hey, Sagacious. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, definitely. I know you're away working hard, girl. Definitely. I'll be keeping it up, love. Good to see you. Yes, he was, Caroline. But he would have had to drive. You know, he had to drive to get to my home, to get to my mother's home, and to get to her home. But he knew he couldn't. We all had to get alarms at that time. And after that, I just never felt comfortable in that home. I thought, somebody scaled those fucking walls. They scaled those walls. I never thought of anybody scaling walls. I mean, like, what? Why would you? If you hear anybody snoring, it's my Jasper. He's just a great snorer. Oh, Jill, it's great to see you too. I'm glad to see yous all. But honestly, anybody that's stirring the shit, leave it out, right? Nobody's saying that you can't have your opinions. I'm a great believer. Have your opinions. But don't be trying to entice that woman back here. Or to be making up accounts or anything. No. Even though I've mentioned her name today, personally, I think her name shouldn't even be mentioned. But that again, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to happen. It is what it is. So, and I'm sure if you spoke to that man today, he would tell you a whole different story. He would say, but no. I mean, let's face it, look at Cole. Our little Cole. He's the biggest shit stirrer ever. Aren't you, Cole? You thrive on it. Thrive on it. Poor little Cole. I mean, why are you interested in what everybody else does? Really, why? Now, some people could call me out a Craic because I'm talking about this, that, and the other, yeah. But I don't do fucking posts twice, 3 times a day. You're just a shit stirrer. You're a weirdo, in my opinion. I don't know anybody else that carries on like you. Why would you want to be involved in women's shit? I can't imagine my husband even entertain this place for even 5 minutes. He thinks it's a load of bollocks. It is a load of bollocks. And there he is. Thrives on it. Personally, I think he's a lonely old fucker. But there again, I don't know. Him and the dog. Yeah, dressing the dog up, poor wee dog. But anyway, it's a dog. It's not your son, it's a dog. I have Jasper, who I adore and I love. But he's not my son. He's my dog. I have my sons. Humans. And I wouldn't dream. I'd put maybe a coat in Jasper if it's very cold, but no. Jasper's a dog. We're not talking about that other woman. She's an absolute weirdo. And that's another thing. You said in the post that she had dementia. Well, what the fuck are you egging her on for if she's got dementia? She shouldn't be on here. Let's be honest, mental health does not excuse people's actions on here. If it's too much, get off. If you feel that you're going to have a breakdown, get off. If you've got dementia, no. You can't attack people. None of this is an excuse. None of it. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get that. I mean, you would know by looking at her posts that there's something just not right there. I mean, I don't read them. I can't read them. Because they're just novels of shite. Repeating, repeating, repeating. Those people should be ignored, all of them. It doesn't matter what they say, nobody believes they're shite. They know they're trolls. Delaney, have you your channel up and going with your music and all? I know. What's that all about? See, I wouldn't care what you say about me. I'll ignore you. I'm not interested. Don't care. Make up as many lies as you want. Or maybe you don't think it's lies, but that's all right too. No, I know it doesn't bother you. Who cares? You've got the wrong one anyway with the bleached hair. I've the bleached hair. It's me, and I own it. It costs money to get this hair bleached, so there you go. Sorry, I'm just checking in here in Jasper. Yeah, I see that they've taken the wrenches away and replaced them with badges. Don't know if I like that or not. Oh, Big Bertha, I know he goes at you too, but you're just best ignoring him, to be quite honest. They just love it, thrive on it. If these people were ignored, right? Shields, well, I suppose that makes more sense, actually. Now, in StreamYard, it still comes up as a wrench, but on the YouTube side, yeah, they need ignored. That's my opinion. I find if you ignore people, it's actually worse on them because they want a response. They want a response. But if they don't get a response, tough. You're not, oh yeah, right, yeah, shield. Well, you have to be shielded now, pesky. You can't have people throwing wrenches about. Or as AD used to say, spanners. No, I've always said it, I don't want to know either. Don't be saying, oh, this one put up a post or this one said that. Don't care, don't want to know. Don't send it to me. Not interested. As Dorothy used to say, ignorance is bliss. That's how she stayed on here. She didn't want to know either. What's JD said? Big girl. Oh, look. Do you remember somebody else from our old community? That's what we used to call him too. Yeah. Hiding behind somebody's skirts. Always a woman's skirts hiding behind. Yeah, we've a few of them in this community. JD. But this place isn't the same anymore. None of us are about. As I say, I like to dip in and out and say hello. If I see something and I think, shit, I'm going to talk about this. Yep. But overall, no, it's just the same old shit. It has changed. It's not been the same in a long, long time. Even people I used to fight with, I miss them. I miss those people. At least it was a healthy back and forth. I don't go into chats. There is no chats, really, that I go into now. Because maybe they're done overnight or they're done late at night and I'm not going to be in them. It has, I have to say. Since CJ passed, it's different. And she's missed. Because you always knew that she would come up and she maybe done her singing or she maybe done her dragging. You know. And even people that fought with her, they miss her as well. Yeah, Delaney, I miss them people. Come back. Lucky's mum. Oh, I'm still around. I'm doing great. She is sagacious. We miss her. We all miss her. You know, and some people were closer to her than others. But she loved YouTube. She hated it, but she loved it as well. And it's just, I really just don't know. I just never thought I know this is stupid. I never thought anything like this would happen. I knew she was ill, but I knew that it was a long-term thing. But I never thought she would pass away. Absolutely not. I didn't. She was so young, 46, 47. That's far, far too young. You know, life is precious. And that's why, you know, to spend your time on here fighting. And there's people that spend hours and hours and hours and hours. Jesus. And then the grifting, well, that's another story. I mean, it's always the same ones with their fingers out, their hands out, looking for money. And you're like, really? Really? Do you have no pride? I don't know. Maybe that's me. Any opportunity, they're looking money. I would be affronted. I'm telling you. The only way I would come on here looking money, if I was absolutely desperate and my Jasper say needed help, I would leave my pride at the door and I would ask. But stupid things, no. Mm-mm. What did people do without YouTube before YouTube came along? You know, what happened? You know, when is it okay to think that you're asking strangers? Because basically that's what it is, strangers for money on the internet. Yeah. And I'm just not talking about normal monetization. No, I'm not talking about that. It's all other shit that goes along with it. But we all know that anyway. It's always the same people. And some people actually think they're entitled. Yep. Oh. Yeah, I agree. Lockie's mum. It is disturbing. Yeah, hooligan. Yeah, hooligan is the one that is, what was it she said? She's got connections, right? So we all need to be careful because she's got connection. Yeah. Do people actually think that we believe this shite? Connections, my arse. When you're on here talking shite on the internet, there's no connections that's going to be protecting you. Angry woman, yeah, for sure, and men. But the woman, yeah, they win. It's like, you know, going on YouTube is like, you know, if you go into your weekly hairdressers, monthly hairdressers, and everybody talking and gossiping, and, you know, this is what it is. Yeah. Oh, well, Pristine, you don't want her connections. Yeah. They'll be coming after you. Yeah. Well, it is, because you'll start fighting. Come on, Pristine, let's be honest. When I grow up, I want to be a Pristine. She just says what she thinks. She calls everybody a cunt. Yep. She does. It would depress me to be like that, pesky. Living in that negative vibes all around you. I couldn't do it. My nerves would be shook. I would not be interested. I know you can't help it. Yes, Christine and Navigator, definitely. Navigator makes me laugh, I have to say. And Pristine, she's just herself, doesn't give a shit. And you know, that's the best way on here. I've actually learned over the years, you're better just coming out and saying it, what you think, not what you want others to think. If you don't like it, just say you don't like it. Sometimes I do get angry, and then July, I know I have to step back. I've been following that Nancy Guthrie case, and that's just freaking heartbreaking. But it's turned into a shitstorm as well. YouTubers again. They're there 24/7. Oh, hello, Laurie. We're just talking about CJ. I'm doing very well. Have a lovely lunch, Laurie. And keep well. Oh, JD, you were like a pristine back in the day. How many chats did you not get kicked out of over the years? JD spoke her mind. She said what she wanted to say. I admire that in people. She has sagacious. She has. I haven't, but then again, there's no chance for us to be in there. Not I, Laurie. And Delaney, you're not, well, I don't know. We're not in any chance anymore. I mean, we loved it. Used to go into chance and fight, and oh, aye, it was great. And then somebody always ended up getting booted. I miss What's Island, and I never thought I would say that. There was not a night in the week that you didn't have a live going, or you had a place to go. You knew where to go Monday night, Tuesday night, and so on, and it was great. Oh, well, no, I'm not going to say you're completely. I'd say if somebody triggers you, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I do, Delaney, it was great. We had always somewhere to go every night of the week. And maybe there was times there was 2 or 3 people going live at the same time. And you were like, oh my God, this is before you knew how to screen record. I didn't know any of this when I first came on here. So you were like, who should I watch? What will I watch? It was great. Good times. But they're all gone now. I mean, saying that, the people that probably were, getting doxed and getting out it and all that good stuff, they probably didn't like What's Island. But we behaved ourselves. Used to go to Morning Cooks on a Friday night, Kelly the Advocates on the Saturday night. Oh, who was my favourite creator back then? Oh, let me see. God, we had a lot that we went to. I liked Kelly when we were doing the Watts. Then she used to lose her head a bit too much, and it kind of got a bit fraught. But then everything calmed down. But I enjoyed Kelly. That's where I met Sagacious and JD and all those lovely ladies. That's where I met them. There was loads of channels. There's that many. And clip channels. Clip channels galore. Do you remember the wee... Oh, Phoebe. Phoebe. Is that her name? And she always wore her hair in a big bow. She was a retired detective. She done those clips and they were brilliant. Yeah, Laura, I don't blame you. You're better been out of it, girl. Michael Long. I never followed that. That was a bit rough for me now. Oh, who's one you disliked the most? We all went after AD, Armchair Detective. We all went after him. Everybody went after him. Phoebe. Looking back, he was just a grifter. Well, it has got to be AD. What am I talking about? Any chat that you went into, it was about AD. We talked about AD for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then that kind of got a bit too real lifey. And then there was Critical K. We watched it. The guy that saw aliens I know who you're talking about. Yeah, there was him too. KK. That was your woman that was friends with Chris Watts, wasn't it? Or am I thinking of a different KK? I mean, the Watts case kept us entertained for years. We knew everything that happened. Every single little thing. Kim Kaufman, oh my God, yes. Oh my God, I'll never forget this person just appearing. And there was this, like a clip advertising this. And we were like, what? Hey, Laura, Lou, that's right. They're trying to make out this woman was NK's cousin. She had no teeth in her head, right? She was like out of back hillbilly country, right? There was no way that was NK's cousin. There was no way. We were addicted, and it was an addiction. But I have to say that Kim Kaufman talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. Oh my God. No, she wasn't. How I learned about NC was AD brought her up and was taking the piss out of her. He said, this woman is over there talking about the Watts case, and she keeps having her phone right up to her face like this. And he was kind of like pretending to act her, and she took real offence at this. Didn't like him at all, and he didn't like her. There's a channel playing that cousin channel and saying it's from, oh my God. Well, you found it because Robbie was fighting with her. See, I don't remember that. Yeah. Hey, Jude. We loved it. We lived for it. That was my first think time in YouTube, and I loved it. Looking back on it, no, I don't regret anything. Looking back, it was very innocent, actually. We weren't at anything. We weren't in chats. We weren't in group chats. There was no discords. There was nothing. It was all done publicly. If people wanted to go on a live, they went on a live and talked about it. Yeah, I mean, it was. And then around that time, Dorothy set up on her channel, and it was Surviving Kelly the Avocado. That was Dorothy's channel at the start. Surviving Kelly the Avocado. Do you remember that? Surviving the Avocado. Oh, it was tame, all right, pesky. All them people are gone. Gone. And we always had Ava. She was always somewhere shooting the shit and causing problems. Do you remember that, Christine? Yes, of course you do. Because she changed her name to Surviving the Storms, and then she went after Granny. Then I left shortly after that. Do you remember that now? Oh, Wandering Sub, yeah. Oh, Miss Minsa. Funny enough, we were talking about her last week. She was in the Long community, yes, with Queen Bee. And that's how you made it over here. Oh, no, Miss Minsa was terrible. Oh, so yes, she was an awful woman every single day. Chris's wife, Chris, wouldn't say her name. Horrible, nasty old bitch. Awful woman. Whatever happened to her, I have no sympathy for her. She deserved it. You see, Lavina? Oh my God, the Australian guy. What was his name? He was caught doing things with the subs online. Yeah. Do you remember that? Dirty Dave. That was it. He was another wanker. That went right to his head. Oh, another guy that we used to watch. Sorry if you didn't belong to the Watts community. He sat, and on parties he wore big thick glasses, pretending to be AD. Like, what the fuck? What were we at? Then he was caught doing things on a phone, on the camera, online with a woman. Oh no, Trusty Magoo, that was a different one. I don't think he was caught doing things. Every man got waylaid for some, not every man, some men got waylaid. Their heads were turned with this attention. Sagacious, what was his name? And he had a Facebook group that everybody used to fight in. Oh God, what was his name? Carling, you would have been in it too. You would know who I'm talking about. And he got caught out with a green screen. He said he was going to buy a green screen. And the green screen didn't appear. And there was a whole row about this green screen. Oh my God, try saying that. Green stream. Daniel Bishop, I didn't like him. Didn't like him at all. Amanda Espita, and yes. I'm nearly sure, not Laurie. I think Sagacious got kicked out of the chat. She did. For saying her piece. He had went, the woman that he was a sub, no, his moderator, she had access to his phone and his emails and texts, and that's how she caught him out. Doing the do. Braun. That's it, JD. Thank you. Thank you. I thought I was going mad. What was his name? Braun Moxley. That was it, Braun Moxley. And Rabbit, I remember, that's where Dorothy and Queen started out. They were moderators for Rabbit back in the day. Braun Moxley. Dark hair. Plump. He was actually a nice fella. But I think he just got waylaid. And then he got targeted so badly. He just said, no, I can't do this anymore. I don't think he realised. I don't think any of us realised. Oh my God. Carly, who could forget that? Rabbit and Emily. Well, when I tell you I was all into that, I was all into that. It was like reality TV been played out. Rabbit and, Sagacious is friendly with him. Lucia. Savannah. And he can speak 10 languages. Louis. Is it Louis or Louis? Louis Leduc. Louis Leduc, you see? Well, that there, I'm not going to lie, it was rough. When Rabbit fell out with Louis and Kay, wow, we were there for it. And the Emily, yep, we were there for it. But you know something? Looking back now, that was really, well, they were doing it in public. Yes, the Glare used to call him Libya Boy. Yep, I remember it now. Because the Glare started off in Critical Case. That's where he got his start. No, she was no therapist. She worked in a shop, but she kind of had these high, I don't know, she was odd, very strange. She used to talk about this satchel that she had and a bracelet. She was a strange girl, odd girl. Who was the therapist girl who freaked out? Yes, Jill, I know. And she was doing really well. And then people turned on her and she closed down her channel. I remember that, Jill. I didn't watch her because I don't like that psychic stuff. Oh my God, Caroline, yes, she did. Angel Wings. No, was it Angel Wings? She was a married woman, very nice woman. And she just couldn't believe that this was happening, that people turned. I remember it, she shut down her channel and she had quite a lot of subs. And I think until somebody actually first encounters how bad social media is, it can be a real jolt. I was here years before I hit that live button or went on a panel. Years. I mean, it was a long time before I even chatted in chat. And I'm glad I did that. Because when I think back, if I had just jumped in head first, I wouldn't be here now. No. I mean, that was bad. I forgot about MRB as well. All those people. You see, that was another channel. There were so many back then. And then there was Jay for Justice. That's right. Never really followed her. Oh, don't, Delaney. Never really followed Jay. But I knew that she fought with Kay. I mean, that was a real... Kay turned to Catholicism. Get this right, Catholicism. And this apparently is doing very well. And I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that somebody's doing all right. But on here, I didn't watch NK's cousin. The long case, I knew it was a load of shite. That's why I think I didn't watch it. I couldn't watch these people supporting this man. Because I knew there had to be more to it. Oh yes, that's right. And they all ended up going to Denver, Lavina. And that turned out to be a real shite show. Yep. I think if I'd listened to him about the long case, I only listened to Kay on it. Maybe that was it. But that's when Queen and all started doing the long case, is that right? That's how she made it. Carlene, you probably were. It was bad. They were known to be like doxers, and I'm sure everybody over here was doxing in the Watts Island. I don't know what they were talking about. They kind of like, not that long community. But they were doing the same bloody stuff over here. Her and the Glare fights, yep. I never watched the Glare. I'm sure he's a nice enough fella, I just never watched him. You know the way you'd know you like a creator within, what, a few minutes? Annie, I know. Annie Elise, yep. She's done really, really well. She got into the drama a bit, but then she stepped out of it. Was it? The Glare was the first person. That's how he obviously met Luther. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, poor CJ. There was about 5 in Dorothy's chat and she made CJ, who had bloody cataracts at the time, couldn't friggin' see, was reading these transcripts. I mean, oh, and then Dot turned on her too. Oh, bitch. Oh yes, oh my God. What are you doing looking at that chat for? Stop looking at that chat. Oh, she was bad. She was bad. And unmasked. You see, I'm forgetting. There were so many. See, all these channels. I don't remember. I only knew pesky as pesky. But as I said, pesky's quietened down a lot. She's like a wee mouse these days. You never hear a peep out of her. I know, Jude, I know, and she didn't know what to say. I mean, how do you get out of it? Nobody else wanted to go up and read for like 5 hours. Dot couldn't see the fucking transcript. Per CJ, well, she couldn't even see it. Her eyes were being pulled out of her head trying to read this. But I have to say, she was a soldier and kept at it. But that was good fun. That was the days that we had good fun. Jesus, I don't know about yous, but it's freezing here. Absolutely freezing. That's right, Lana. Never liked Lana. Don't like Lana. I don't know how anybody can listen to Lana. It was just all and whiteboards. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, it's freezing here, Pristine. Absolutely frickin' freezing. What are we? But it says 6, but I don't think we're no 6 degrees. It feels a lot colder than that. Whew, we were -2 on Saturday night, and that's cold, let me tell you. I honestly don't know how people can be bothered. I mean, 18 court cases, 18. She actually thinks, this is the worrying thing, she thinks she's like as good as a lawyer. Like, what? You know, then people go to college for years to get their degrees. People think they're on YouTube for a couple of years, and yeah, they can go up and do it themselves, no problem. Let the lawyers sort it out. The binders, we took the piss out of her with the binders. No, I never liked her at all. Mm-mm. She had bedazzled jeans or bedazzled jeans she wore to Denver. I remember that much. Hadn't a clue what she was doing, but she thought she did. She had the confidence. Oh my God, that was bad. See, a lot of people probably don't even know that, Delaney. The Capri Sun. I mean, instead of not saying a word about it, she tried to like cover it up, and it made it so like everybody knew what she was doing. This is how I did it. I put the Capri Sun. What? Why would you put a Capri Sun into a wine carton? Why? Why? But she's still here. I haven't looked at her channel in a long time. She's probably doing quite well. Oh my God, I pesky, I forgot about that. And she sent Chris Watts 2 Valentine's cards from his girls that he murdered to Daddy on Valentine's Day. Like, I mean, really? Why does people not bring that up? It's like if something happened a few years ago, they forget about it. Oh, that was years ago. Why are you bringing that up? Nasty. I do remember that. She's got in the KR case, Juror. She thinks she's... Of course she does. A lawyer, my arse. Fucking hate the ball, that's what I would say. Oh, she did, Sagacious. I remember it. And I actually remember somebody making a community post and putting it on. Oh my God. The Heather Blether, absolutely. Oh, wait, Sagacious, you remember our first encounter with Heather? Oh my Lord. Yep. Yep. Remember that well. Yeah, I'm a very black and white person. I know sometimes that's not good, but I'm black and white. I don't see grey. It's like people that'll come up and they think that they are better than all the lawyers, detectives, all this, and they've got it down. They see, is that a red car or a white car? Oh, is that a shadow in the window? Oh, they know better than everybody. And like, I'm like, nah, I can't. I can't listen to these dicks. I can't. Please. Do you know what I mean? Like the Idaho 4. It was his DNA. He admitted to it. He pled guilty. He's in jail or prison for the rest of his life. But yet people put on their tinfoil hats. I just can't. My patience. I have very little patience at the best of times, but that there, no. So I just don't even go into them channels. Now, do I think there's miscarriages of justice? Absolutely. But again, they're black and white. You can see them. You can see what's happened. Yeah, that conspiracy. What the fake? Cadle. Oh, yeah. I must admit, I read her book. I did. Nice. You did it. It's over. I agree, Pesky. You did it, and it's over. And then parents don't want all that shit out here. But I know it's public information. I get that. Everybody's a right to see it. But it's hard. It has to be hard for the parents. And they talk about, oh, look at the dorm rooms. Look at the way they get. Has any of them people ever had children or went to college themselves and have been in dorm rooms, dorm houses? Hell, there's been mold grown out of containers. There's been, the sinks. I mean, I can't even tell you. And there's not even any point of complaining because you know there's a whole load of them in the house. I mean, if you go into one dorm house, they're pretty much the same. And that there was pretty clean, actually. Sure, of course it was. The old mould and the old food, cheese in the fridge that would blue mould from about 6 months ago. It was bad, yeah. Wine bottles with cigarette ends stuck into them. Oh, yeah. But good times. That's what people do when they go to college. They party, they have good times. Never do they think they're going to encounter something like that there. No. I mean, he even looks, he's weird looking. That Brian Coburger, he looks weird. I know you can't go with that, but he does, he looks weird. People that he went to college with, he was going to be let go. Oh, hello, Death Big Booby. Yeah, that's true. It is a double-edged sword, sadly. But, look, I'm just glad I'm not that age anymore. And I got all Orwins over it, and now I can start to worry about the grandchildren. But that's not for many, many years. So I'm not even going to think there or go there. She is. I seen she done an interview, Caroline. Hello, Robert. Her sister, his sister, done an interview. I think it was the New York Times. I mean, they're a nice family, decent family. I mean, none of this is their fault. I mean, they still love their brother. They still love their son. I would struggle. I'm not going to lie. I would struggle if any of mine done something like that. I don't know. I really don't know if I could. No. Yeah. I mean, his word was collapsing around him. He was going to be kicked out of his accommodation because he wasn't going to be kept on at the college. Yeah. Well, he shouldn't be picking our looks apart. It's got nothing to do with it. There's nothing wrong with her looks. She just looks like her brother. I know, yes, Carly, she is. She's the absolute spit of the father. And I feel for her. I mean, how do you even get you would never get your mind around that. Oh yeah, they are, for sure. I wouldn't want to be in that situation. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be in anything like that. I'm sure they don't either. It's just sad. I think that, no, I don't think, no, they don't think he's innocent, no. Not by reading what she, no, they don't. No, no, Jude, they don't. No. She doesn't really go into it, but no, they know, I believe they know. It's just the folk and some folk. Ian Huntley's daughter, I've never seen her. Does she look like him too? I think they try to separate it. And I think that's the only way that you do. They don't speak about it. They don't mention it. And maybe that's the only way that they can do it. But again, there's some victims or Perp's family, some get more sympathy than others because it depends what way they react. If they come out saying, oh, he's innocent, she's innocent, people are going to get riled up. They're better not saying anything, but it's not their fault. Like, hello, Mandolin. How are you? How's you and Hooker and the kiddos? Hope you're doing well. Oh, it's good to see you, Amanda. I don't know, Amanda, are you over in another community now? I don't know. I never see you at all. You and Hooker. See, Amanda, you're not really from, you didn't come from Watts. You come from the real drama community. Is Randy still about? Does she still go live? I would have watched her an odd time. But then it was all about MRB, and then I stopped watching it at that time. It was just too much. Yeah, OGDC. Yeah, I thought you did. Oh, we definitely do, Pristine. Well, look, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you all very much for coming in. Vivian, that's right. CJ took her channel down, I remember. Yes, she's pregnant, 6 months. So we hear. Pesky. Well, I didn't really know either. I don't know why I'm laughing. I didn't really know what a drama community was. I mean, it probably could have been acting or anything. I mean, let's be honest, there's a good bit of it. It's all made up. And Vivian, that's right. I do remember her channel been taken down. Her and Dot were tight until they weren't. Remember that as well. There's more people gone. But anyway, I'm going to go. I think I'll light the fire. And Jasper, stop snoring. He's lying snoring. He's going for his checkup again tomorrow. He's on his Rumicam. He gets it every day, don't you, darling? And that has helped his arthritis. But he's an old boy. He's going to have these things. But he goes for a checkup regularly. I just like to put my mind at rest that he's all right, that he's doing the best as he can. He's a lovely big dog. I know he is. He's such a lovely big dog. But I'll tell you, vets are such a rip-off. Wouldn't be in it. But anyway, he's worth it. But I do feel bad for people that just couldn't afford to pay the vets. But we're not talking about vets because Pristine, oh my Lord, what you were out last year, we'll not mention it. But you have to do these things. When you have an animal, you've got to look after them. You've got to take care of them and look after their welfare. And Jasper's with us 5 years now. We think he was about 8 when he came here. Yeah, you. Are you looking at me? Yes, you are. Yes, you are looking at me. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. He's like a big furry blanket, aren't you, pet? He's the best boy. You got a pup? Oh, Mandolin. Oh, God, I couldn't work with a pup now. Jesus, but oh, they're lovely. Is he the teething stage over him? They are expensive, but they're worth it. They are worth it. And I have to say, oh, she's 11 in April. I think my Jasper, I think he has to be about 12 or 13, pesky. Jasper says, don't be talking about me, Mama, my age. I'm only a pup, so I'm only a wee pup. But you don't like to see them getting older. But look, sure, all of us are older now. I think I did see a picture of your wee pup. Maybe I didn't. 5 months old, yeah, oh, aye. Oh, definitely put a video up to see. Aww. 17, Robin, oh my Lord. That's a grand age. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, as long as Jasper, he gets his pain relief every day, and as long as he's doing all right and he can eat and he can go on his WALK, but it's only 30 minutes now, but he loves it. But if he stopped doing that or stopped enjoying things, that's a different matter. But he still enjoys his life. He ain't going anywhere yet. Cranky squirrel, how are you? Good to see you, my little French Francie. Cranky, you're going to have to rewind because I'm heading off here. Jasper, what are you looking for? You didn't think he thinks he's going to WALK. I think I'm going to have to do a WALK. I actually think this dog can spell. Yes, she can. Yeah, you're looking at me. Mama, I know what you're saying. You maybe think I don't know, but I know. Oh, look. Amanda, tell my friend, my lovely hooker, I was asking after her. And I hope the kiddies are all right. I know you're busy. When you have small kids, you just don't have time. Oh, a wee kitten. Oh, I think I was never a cat See, this is an Irish goodbye. We never sign off. We keep going after we're saying bye-bye. I think next time round, Jasper says, no, there'll be no cats in this house. But I think, yeah, I think that's, well, not for a long, long time, Jasper. No. Oh, your cat Fatso is a pain in the... Right, I'm going now. Definitely going this time. Hit a like on the way out. And if you don't want to hit a like, do a dislike. Really, I don't care. But thank you all for coming in and listening to me go on for what? An hour and 20 minutes. And I'll catch up with you all again. And remember, anything I've said is only my opinion. And my opinion on here means absolutely fuck all. So there you go. See us later. Right, Pristine, what do we do? You know it. You know it. Leave or end. Same, Delaney. I love catching up with you all. I think end stream, that's me, and then leave it. Goodbye.